mix-up in scheduling with our live performer, so it'll be a canned version, but it's a very good one.
The 2023 Strasburg Express are on the air from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. It is the 2023 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutschall. Glad to be with you here tonight on the 1st of July in 2023 on a wet night here at First Bank Park. We get ready for a very solid matchup, as tonight the Harrisonburg Turks are in town with a record of 12-9, taking on the first place Strasburg Express at 14-6. A major thunderstorm came through the Strasburg area at about 5 o'clock this evening. Thankfully, the tarp was on the field here at First Bank Park, and it kept all the rain off the infield, so we are ready. Going to be starting about 35 minutes behind our expected start time of 7 o'clock, but we will have baseball tonight as the forecast looks good for the rest of the evening. Again, Strasburg comes in at 14-6. They beat the Waynesboro Generals last night on the road, and Strasburg won that game 10-5. Meanwhile, Harrisonburg got beat down pretty bad by the Winchester Royals 8-2, so they'll look to bounce back here tonight against Strasburg. On the mound tonight for the Express from St. Joseph's University in Frederick, Maryland, it's 6'4" lefty Ryan DeSanto. DeSanto will get the baseball tonight for the Express. He has been primarily a 8th or 9th inning option for the Express out of the bullpen, but he will get the start tonight against these Harrisonburg Turks. Starting lineup for the Turks, leading off and playing center field, it's Aiden Alexander. Batting second and playing left field, it's Sean Barrett. Batting third, Micah Morgan, the first baseman. Cleanup hitter tonight for the Turks is the third baseman, Jason Torres. Batting fifth is Harrison Povey, the right fielder. Tyler Borges is the DH, batting sixth. Ty Gill, the shortstop, will bat seventh. Matthew Delgado will do the catching. He'll bat eighth. And Cameron Harris, batting ninth, second baseman for the Turks. First pitch of the game tonight, according to my laptop computer, 7:34. And we are underway from Strasburg. Aiden Alexander, the batter. And he swings and foul tips one into the glove. The count is 0-2. Aiden Alexander out of Oklahoma City University from El Reno, Oklahoma. 5'9" switch hitter. Comes into the game batting .289 with 3 RBIs, and the pitch is up high, 1-2. Alexander 20 for 69 with a .289 average, still looking for his first home run with those 3 ribbies. The lefty DeSanto sets, and he deals, swing and a foul back. DeSanto with pretty good deception from the left side as he kind of whips it around and makes it tough for the hitter to pick up on. He's quickly ready as he works from the stretch. He's on the third base side of the rubber, and he deals, and a foul ball. Defense tonight behind the starting pitcher DeSanto. Thad Ector making his home debut in the starting lineup. He's in left, De Los Santos is in center, and Castillo's in right. Irigoyen at third, La Sala at short, Davis at second, Woody at first, and Smith is doing the catching as that pitch just misses, and it's 2-2. Strasburg first in the Valley League standings, 2 games up on Charlottesville and Winchester. The pitch, up and in, 3-2. Meanwhile, Harrisonburg at 12-9. They are 2.5 games out of first place behind the Express. Strasburg, winners of 5 in a row. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Meanwhile, Harrisonburg, 500 out of their last 10. 3-2, and that's fouled away. Count will remain full, 3-2. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you're watching over on YouTube or Facebook, you can find us on the YouTube app. Just search up Strasburg Express on your smart TV. You can also watch on Facebook on the Facebook app on your computer, smartphone, tablet. 3-2. Breaking ball popped up in the left field. Ector went back for a second. Now he'll come forward. He'll make the catch. 1 up, 1 down after a long battle in the top of the first.
Now batting the left fielder from Wingate University, number 25, Sean Barnett.
Here's Sean Barnett, the left fielder. 2 Barnetts on this team. Sean is actually listed as a pitcher out of Wingate from St. Peters, Missouri. 6'2" righty, 200. The pitch, and that's a fastball, top of the zone, 0-1. DeSanto's numbers on the year, as I mentioned, he's been primarily a relief pitcher or a closing pitcher. 5 innings, 13 strikeouts, and a 1.80 ERA. The pitch is swung on and missed on a changeup, and it's 0-2. So DeSanto has been very good. This is his first start of the summer, so we'll see what he can do with a little bit longer outing. The 0-2. And fastball off the plate, 1-2. As I mentioned, field's in pretty good condition. The dugout's a little soggy outside of them, and the water from the tarp, I guess, rolling off on the sides down the lines is a little soaked, as that is a hard hit liner over the leaping third baseman Irigoyen. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Ector will get to it, and it's going to be a 1-out double here in the top of the first inning for Sean Barnett.
Now batting the first baseman from the University of South Alabama, number 26, Micah Morgan.
Here's Micah Morgan, the first baseman, batting in the 3 spot tonight. Morgan out of South Alabama. Micah, lefty. And he takes for a strike. Morgan also listed as a pitcher. That's why it was tripping me up. Morgan out of Fairhope, Alabama, 6'1", lefty, 207. DeSanto sets, and the 0-1. Swing and a foul back. The one thing about this Harrisonburg team you have to keep an eye out for is their pitching. It has been very, very good this year. In fact, they are the best. Well, not anymore. They're the second best pitching team in the league, with a team ERA of 3.82. 0-2. And that is a high fly ball, left center field. De Los Santos moving to his right. He makes the catch. No tag at second, and there are 2 outs here in the first. It'll bring up Jason Torres, the third baseman. Torres out of the University of Miami, the Hurricanes. So as I was saying, Harrisonburg with a 3.82 ERA, only second to Charlottesville. They have a 3.59 team ERA, and then there's Strasburg just a tick over 4 with the third best at 4.01. Still one team with a team ERA over 7. That's Culpeper at 7.22. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Now the offensive side, that's where things separate a little bit. Strasburg is the second best hitting team in the league with a 288 batting average. They also come in with a league best, check that, second best, 15 home runs. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Harrisonburg comes in Lower Pack with a 251 team batting average. They have 7 home runs. Now their ballpark is not too hitter friendly. Veterans Memorial in Harrisonburg, home of the James Madison University Dukes. Count is quickly 0-2 to Torres, batting 264, and he swings and misses. And the half inning is over. The Turks pick up a base runner on a double with 1 out, but they leave him out there. We go to the bottom of the first. Former Express pitcher Robert Kelly is on the mound tonight for the Turks. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the first. Robert Kelly is on the mound tonight for the Express out of Tennessee Wesleyan College. Excuse me, yes. Robert Kelly, a former member of the Express, is on the mound tonight for the Turks out of Tennessee Wesleyan College from Vienna, Virginia. And the first pitch to the leadoff man, Reese Woody, is in there for a strike. It is 0-1. Woody batting .392 with 6 RBIs. That's cued away, and it's 0-2. Robert Kelly's numbers, 16 innings and a third, 15 strikeouts, and a 3.86 ERA. Quickly 0-2 to Reese Woody, and the pitch. Swing and a slow grounder to short, charging Gill. He's going to have to hurry, and he makes the throw in time. Grass slowed that baseball down, but they still get the out, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
The left fielder from UNC Charlotte, number 26, Thad Hector.
Here's Thad Hector. Hector out of the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, from Tyrone, Georgia, 6'2" switch hitter. Rest of the lineup for Strasburg, batting third tonight's JoJo Irigoyen, the third baseman. Batting fourth and playing position number 4, it's the second baseman, Jaden Davis. Batting fifth, center fielder Joe De Los Santos. Pitch misses. Batting sixth, the DH, Jacob Friend. Batting seventh and doing the catching, it's Mitchell Smith. Batting eighth and playing right, it's Victor Castillo. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Anthony LaSala. The 1-0 is in there to Hector, and it's 1-1. Thad is 4 for 9 with 2 RBIs to start his summer with the Express, and he hammers one into right for a base hit. So Thad Hector is now batting .500 through 10 at-bats for the Express.
JoJo Irigoyen.
So Hector with the first hit of the night for Strasburg. Here's JoJo Irigoyen. Irigoyen, a couple of nights ago here against Front Royal, had himself a great night. He was 4 for 5 with 2 singles, 2 doubles, and 2 runs scored. Strasburg has really been picking it up on the offensive side as of late, as that one misses 1-0. Scored 10 last night, scored 14 the night before, and I think it was 12 the night before that. 1-0. Oh, that got him. Irigoyen gets nailed. So a hit by pitch, and the Express have first and second, and 1 out here in the first.
Second baseman from Stanford, number 6, Jaden Davis.
Here's Jaden Davis out of Samford. Davis with a great opportunity here to get Strasburg on the board. Kelly did throw in the first matchup against Strasburg at Harrisonburg. Strasburg did win that game as they rallied late. The pitch, that is a breaking ball in there. The second matchup was here a couple of weeks ago, and I think that was like a 2-1, 3-2, something like that final score as Harrisonburg won that game. 0-1 the count to Jaden Davis. The pitch, runner goes from second, the throw, and he is safe at third. Thad Hector steals third base. The count is 0-2 though. So credit Hector with a stolen base. Strasburg stole a franchise record stolen bases last night. That was 12. The pitch, Davis takes up high. So Strasburg first and third, one out here in the bottom of the first. Davis batting .235, and he hits one to short. This is going to get a run in. Tough play. Here's a long throw to first. It's not in time. And an infield single and an RBI for Jaden Davis. And Strasburg leads it 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. So Strasburg scoring an early run on the second best ERA team in the league.
William and Mary, number 3, Joe De Los Santos.
So credit Davis with an RBI. Really no chance there for Gill as Davis hit it to the perfect spot. Here's Joe De Los Santos, first and second and one out. And he takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Joe De Los Santos out of the College of William and Mary from Richmond, Virginia. Listed at 5'11", 200 pounds. And he grounds one to short. This could be two. Going to second for one, back to first. It's in time, and it's a double play. And the half inning is over. So a 6-4-3 double play ends it here in the bottom of the first. Kelly does allow a run, but the Express take a 1-0 lead. We go to the second. Strasburg leads Harrisonburg 1-0. Welcome back to Strasburg as we go to the second. Strasburg leads Harrisonburg 1-0. Harrison Povey, the lefty, will lead it off against the lefty DeSanto on the mound. The pitch is a swing and a miss on an elevated fastball. It is 0-1. A lot of moisture in our papers tonight, including my scorebook. 0-1. Fastball. Strike two, 0-2. Povey 7 for 18, 388 average with 4 RBIs. DeSanto has thrown 21 pitches, 17 of those for strikes. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Went up the ladder again and struck him out. 3 pitches and 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Back-to-back strikeouts going back to last inning for DeSanto. Here's Tyler Borges, the DH.
Alabama, number 20, Tyler Borges.
Tyler Borges out of the University of South Alabama from Tallahassee, Florida. 5'10", righty, 190. DeSanto sets, and he deals. Fastball in there for a called strike, 0-1. Borges batting a $172, 5 for 29 with an RBI. Foul back, and again, quickly ahead 0-2. The count is 0-2 to Borges. DeSanto looks in. Mitchell Smith laying down the signs. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball to third. Irigoyen is going to have to barehand, and he doesn't have a play. Infield base hit for the Turks, their second hit of the night.
The shortstop from Purdue, number 2, Ty Gill.
Another lefty batting, it's Gill, and he takes outside, runner going. Here's the throw, and it's to the second baseman. It'll be a wild pitch, and it will allow the runner to move up to second base. So the tying run and scoring position. He shows bunt, pulls back, takes a strike right down the middle. 1-1. Gill batting .275 with a couple of RBIs. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the second. DeSanto sets, and he deals. That is a fastball in there, and it's 1-2. Other games around the Valley League tonight. Get to that here in a second. 1-2. Foul back. So looks like 2 postponements. Purcellville and Woodstock have been postponed, and Stanton and Waynesboro also postponed. Front Royal leads Newmarket 2-1 in the bottom of the second. Charlottesville leads Covington 2-1 bottom of the second, and Winchester and Culpeper are yet to start. 1-2. Breaking ball popped up, shallow left. This could be trouble. Ector gets there, makes the lunging catch. And he slides down as he went into the warning track area, lost his batting gloves. His hat's still laying in left field where he took off from, and there are 2 outs here in the second. So you can tell that it's still a little slick out there.
Catcher from Pasadena Community College, number 35, Matthew Delgado.
Here's Matthew Delgado, the catcher out of Pasadena Community College, 6'1" righty, 215. From Monrovia, California. And he chops one off the plate, foul. Might have been a swing and a foul tip into the glove. Either way, it's 0-1. These 2 teams have split the series so far this year, 1-1. 0-1 the count. And Delgado tardy on the fastball, 0-2. Harrisonburg with their new unis on here tonight. White pants, red belt, gray tops. The white numbering and red outline around the numbers and writing. 0-2 to Delgado, and he pops it up foul. Strasburg with their home unis, white pants, purple piping down the side, white top. Part portion of the jersey, white, and then the bottom portion's purple and black striping. 0-2 again. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the half inning is over. DeSanto with 2 strikeouts in the inning as we go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Strasburg.
The Turks Express in the bottom of the second from Davidson, the DH, number 13, Jacob Friend.
Jacob Friend leads it off for Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the second in a 1-0 Strasburg lead. Jacob Friend out of Davidson College from Arlington, Virginia. 6'1" lefty, 190. He will face Robert Kelly to lead off the bottom of the second. It'll be Friend, Smith, and Castillo for Strasburg. The pitch. Check swing, called strike, 0-1. Friend comes into the game batting .318 with 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. He is 14 for 44, the 0-1. That is up high, 1-1. Robert Kelly, pretty quick worker on the mound. So he gets the baseball and fires. 1-1. Breaking ball in there, and it's 1-2. Friend has been a big bright spot in the Express season so far, and a swing and a miss. And that is out number 1 here in the second.
From UNC Greensboro, number 25, Mitchell Smith.
Here's Mitchell Smith, the catcher. Smith out of the University of North Carolina, Greensboro, and he takes a strike. So Kelly is firing strikes here in the inning, getting right to business. Quickly, the 0-1. Ground ball foul, and it's 0-2. Kelly at 20 pitches through an inning and a third. Oh, and 2 the count. And a swing and a foul tip. And they're going to say he held on to it, and that's strike 3. And it sounded like he picked it up. It didn't sound like a clear catch. And the base umpire said, yes, he did. So now we're having a discussion here. It definitely did not sound like he caught that legitimately. More like it went off the glove. He picked it up and quickly, and then that was, they're going to probably say they couldn't tell. He's got a catch, and according to the base umpire, that is an out, and that's strikeout
Right fielder
number 2 here in the inning for Kelly. So a bit of a gift there for the Turks. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Here's Victor Castillo, the right fielder. Castillo batting .321 with 2 home runs and 10 RBIs. One 0. And that misses 2-0. Castillo bats from the left side. And he takes a breaking ball for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Robert Kelly working quick, looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And just outside, 3-1. It's tough to score runs on this Turks team, so you want to score as many as you can, as early as you can. And that one a little bit closer to the zone, called a strike, 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. And a ground ball foul as Kelly grunted on the delivery. Still 3-2. Three-two pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Robert Kelly strikes out the side, swinging in order. And that's it here in the bottom of the second. Strasburg leads 1-0. We go to the third.
number 10, Cameron Harris.
We're off to the third here from Strasburg. Cameron Harris, the second baseman, the 9 hitter, will lead it off for the Harrisonburg Turks. It'll be Harris, and then the top of the lineup, Alexander and Barnett. The pitch, up and in, 1-0. A ton of lefties in this Turks lineup facing the lefty DeSanto. 1-0 the count. Harris batting .271. He's 19 for 70 with 9 RBIs. He is batting 1,000 against DeSanto. 2-0. 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. DeSanto sets, and he deals the 3-0. And that's right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. DeSanto's ratio now up to 30 strikes and 8 balls. 3-1. Strike 2 called, and it's 3-2. Thank you for joining us here tonight for some Saturday night baseball on what turned out to be a rainy evening. It's cleared out now. 3-2. And a liner into left. That's going to drop for a base hit. And the 9 hitter Harris wins the battle with a leadoff single.
Alexander.
So it was a 3-0 count. He worked back from 3-0 to 3-2, but then Harris singling in the left, starting off the inning for the Turks. For Harrisonburg, that is their 3rd hit of the night. Top of the lineup, it's Aiden Alexander. He flew out to left his only time up. Pitch is up high, 1-0. Strasburg looking for a ground ball double play. Swing and a miss. DeSanto went with the slide step there, and Alexander was well behind. 1-1. Ball and a strike. And a throw over. One ball, one strike. Nobody out here in the 3rd. Slide steps again and just misses. 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Aiden Alexander. Inside, 3-1. And that is popped up right side foul territory. Smith. Correction. Woody makes the catch, and that's a big out, number 1 here in the 3rd.
Left fielder, number 25, Sean Barnett.
Here's Sean Barnett, the left fielder, doubled over the 3rd baseman's head his last time up. The pitch. Fastball up high, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Got him on the changeup. It's 1-1. He was well out in front of that one, looking for the fastball, and he got the soft stuff. DeSanto deals, and it's a high fly down the left field side, but out of play. 1-2. Harris at first after the leadoff single. Barnett trying to get him around the bases here. 1-2 and a throw over. Some scores out of the big leagues today. Atlanta beat the Marlins 7-0. The Mets beat the Giants 4-1. Oakland Athletics won 7-6 in 10 innings. 1-2. Fastball misses. Twins beat the Orioles 1-0. Rangers beat the Astros 5-2. Red Sox edged past the Blue Jays 7-6. Cardinals beat the Yankees 11-4. 2-2. That's fouled, and we'll do it again. Padres beat the Reds 12-5. Phillies beat the Nationals 19-4. Seattle leads Tampa Bay 2-0 in the fourth. The Brewers lead the Pirates 11-8 in the bottom of the ninth inning. Cardinals and Yankees game 2 of their doubleheader coming up. DeSanto trying to put him away. The pitch coming up to Barnett. And it's another foul ball. Guardians and Cubs, they're delayed. They'll play soon. Dodgers and Royals also in a rain delay. Tigers and Rockies at 9:10, and the Diamondbacks and Angels will round it out at 10:07. How about Shohei Ohtani and what he is doing for the Angels? Who will he play for next? 2-2, runner goes. The pitch is fouled away again. This at-bat really running DeSanto's pitch count up. It is still 2-2. DeSanto 39 strikes to 13 balls through 2 1/3. The pitch, swing and a line drive foul down the left field line. Barnett hitting the ball extremely hard. Two again. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. He goes with the ephus on the 2-2 count. And Barnett
First baseman, number 26,
couldn't connect. How about that? After all those pitches, he drops the ephus on him. All the Turks teammates are smiling at Barnett as he walks back to the dugout empty-handed. 2 outs. Here's Micah Morgan. He flew out to center his first time up, throw over to first, and Harris back in safely on the dive. That's one way to get him off timing when you throw all those fastballs and you drop the ephus in there. First pitch swinging is Morgan. Fouls it down the right field line, 0-1. 1-0 Express as we play here in the top of the third from First Bank Park on the 1st of July. And it sure felt like the 1st of July earlier today before the big storm came through, depending on where you live. 0-1. Runner very antsy over there. He wants to take off soon. That's in the dirt. Runner goes. Here's the throw. There is no throw. And Smith holds the ball. It'll be a wild pitch. And again, runner in the scoring position for the Turks. See if they can take advantage like they could not do in the first inning. Wild pitches will come back and get you eventually. Even though Harrisonburg's not one of the top offensive teams statistically, still very capable. They put up some runs this year. 1-1. And that one misses, 2-1. Long inning here for DeSanto and the Express, trying to get out of it unscathed. Two one. And a pitch at the knees for a strike, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Two is a breaking ball hit into left. It's going to drop for a base hit, and the Turks are going to tie it up as it's into left field. It'll be an RBI single and an E7 on Ector as the ball took a bad hop and got by him. Play that he's got to keep in front of him regardless. It's 1-1 here in the top of the third.
36, Jason Torres.
So the wild pitch does come back and hurt the Express. Morgan with the RBI single. He went with the ephus again, and this time it was not missed as Morgan stayed on it and just got enough to hit it over the third baseman's head. We've got a meeting at the mound. We'll take a quick break. So after the meeting at the mound, Harrisonburg still threatening here in the third. Jason Torres, the third baseman, will bat. Man on second and 2 outs in a 1-1 game. Harrisonburg out hitting Strasburg 4-2. And DeSanto tries to get through the inning with the game tied. That one just misses off the plate, 1-0. Pitch is a strike. I've got that as pitch number 25 of the inning for DeSanto. One to the Miami Hurricane. Torres, swing and a miss, out in front, 1-2. I believe Torres was the one that hit one of the 2 home runs for the Turks when they played here earlier, well, now last month in June. Yep, Torres hit a 2-run shot in the first back on the 17th. Harrisonburg beat Strasburg that night 3-2. And DeSanto misses down low, might have slipped a little bit on the mound, 2-2. Torres with that home run, and then a solo homer from Ben Barnett in the second. And that was all they needed. Held on to win it 3-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Torres. The pitch. Fouled back. DeSanto coming up on 30 pitches here in the third. Home run that Otani hit last night was said to be 493 feet. Not a wall scraper. Maybe the wall to the exit of the stadium. 2-2. And ball inside on a pitch that was, I'm pretty sure, called a strike in the first inning. So DeSanto, tough luck there. He'll have to throw another one. And the count is now 3-2. Torres awaits, and he swings and misses, and the baseball gods come in clutch for DeSanto. Harrisonburg picks up 1 run to tie on a couple of hits. They leave a man in scoring position. We go to the last of the third. Strasburg and Harrisonburg tied at 1. Anthony Lasala leads it off for Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the third. It'll be 9-1-2. Lasala, Woody, and Ector. Robert Kelly struck out the side in order in the second inning. We've seen him Shows some spurts of dominance when he was a member of the Express. He's a quick worker, and when he gets it in a rhythm, it's tough to crack him. That one's fouled away, and it's quickly 0-2 to LaSala. LaSala out of the University of Pittsburgh, 5'10", righty, 165. And he chops one to the third baseman. Throw to first is not in time. Great effort there as the ball went flying to the left side of the infield. Torres nearly throws him out, but an infield single for LaSala. Not much you can do there if you're Harrisonburg. And it's an infield single to start the inning. Hit number 3 tonight for Strasburg. That thing went flying. I can't believe the play was that close. LaSala runs pretty well. Here's Reese Woody, the shortstop. Reese Woody, the first baseman. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Woody out of George Mason University from St. Augustine, Florida. Pitch is down low. Forgot to get to the defense tonight for the Turks. Barnett's in left, Alexander's in center, and Povey's in right. Torres at third, Gill at short. And that is popped up, shallow center. Gill out. He will make the catch, and there's one out here in the third. Harris is at second, Morgan's at first, and Delgado's doing the catching for the Turks. Here's Thad Ector, the left fielder.
Number 26, Thad Ector.
Ector singled his first time up. He stole third and then scored on the infield single by Jaden Davis back in the first inning. The pitch to Ector. Inside to the backstop, off the catcher's glove, and moving to second is LaSala. And that'll be scored a pass ball. So now Strasburg, base hit, could possibly reclaim the lead here. 1-0. Ector takes for a strike. That is 5 for 10 to start his summer here with Strasburg. He was a member of the JUCO World Series team. College, or I guess it was Central Florida. That's fouled back. And Ector behind in the count, 1-2. Kelly sets, and the pitch. And Ector swings and misses. And that is out number 2 here in the third.
Third baseman, number 30, JoJo Irigoyen.
It's now 4 strikeouts on the night for Robert Kelly. Here's JoJo Irigoyen. Irigoyen, the third baseman, was hit by a pitch his first time up. Wearing the pink cleats and the pink looks like tape or armbands. And he takes a breaking ball down low and off the plate, 1-0. Looks like the sun is peeping in from behind us or to the right or something. 1-0. Irigoyen takes one up and in, 2-0. Irigoyen a little irritated after he was hit by a pitch his first time up. Some chin music there, and it's not like Kelly's throwing lollipops in there either. He's got good velocity on his fastball. 2-0 to Irigoyen. LaSala at second, and they've got him picked off. Throw to third, and he is out. LaSala picked off. As the Turks erupt with happiness after the pickoff. Caught stealing 1-6 to 5, and the half inning is over. 1-1 is our score. We're through 3. We go to the 4th. Harrison Povey leads it off for the Turks as we go to the top of the fourth. Povey, Borges, and Gill due up for the Harrisonburg. DeSanto's still in the mound for the Express. Try to get through another inning here. 1-1 is our score. We'll get a look at the line score on the screen here in just a second. Povey struck out swinging his first time up. Goes after that high fastball again, 0-1. Harrisonburg 1 run on 4 hits and no errors. Strasburg 1 run on 3 hits and no errors. Excuse me, 1 error. 0-1. Swing and a miss. He cannot lay off that high fastball. 0-2. Went after it 3 times his first time up, and I don't think they're going to do anything different here. The 0-2. I'll try to go away with it this time, and it misses 1-2. Strasburg had a couple of bad errors last night, led to some runs for Waynesboro early. 1-2. And a high pop-up in the infield. Irigoyen barely has to move, makes the catch, and there's 1 out in the 4th.
The DH, number 20, Tyler Borges.
Tyler Borges is the batter. Singled his first time up back in the second. Got the second on a wild pitch and was left out there after a fly out and a strikeout. That one misses. Well, DeSanto's thrown a lot of strikes tonight. The problem is he's had to throw a lot of strikes to get 3 1/3 so far. As that one misses, he's thrown 51 strikes to 21 balls. So he's at 72 pitches through 3 1/3 here tonight. The crazy thing is he hadn't walked anybody. 2-0. And that misses 3-0. Well, he's been behind in the count once in a 3-0 count. He battled back to make it 3-2, and then a base hit proceeded. I think that might have been the same hitter, too. And that misses ball 4. It's a 1-out walk on 4 pitches to Borges, and there's the first walk of the night for DeSanto. So it sets the double play up for Strasburg. Here's Ty Gill, the shortstop. Flew out to left his only time up. He's 0 for 1. And DeSanto fires in a strike, 0-1. Lefty-lefty here against Gill. And another strike, 0-2. To the count. Don't want to make too good of a pitch here. And a swing and a miss. He challenged him with a fastball up and in, and Gill couldn't lay off, and that's the second out here in the 4th.
The catcher, number 35, Matthew Delgado.
Here's Delgado, the catcher. I remember him wearing that Philadelphia Phillies P on his helmet last time from Pasadena Community College. He's got that on his helmet here tonight. Swing and a miss. DeSanto going right at these guys with the high fastball. And it's 0-1. 0-1. And a swing and a foul tip. That one was held onto by the catcher. It's 0-2. Delgado coming into the game 4 for 34. He's now 4 for 35. 0-2. Fastball missing. That pitch was a strike in the first inning. One, 2. That misses 2-2. DeSanto sets. Borges at first. The pitch. It's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the half inning is over. Well, if that is it for DeSanto, salute to him, not only tonight, but for what he has done this season. 7 strikeouts in 4 innings tonight for Ryan DeSanto. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Thank you, Ryan. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. JoJo Irigoyen first pitch swinging. Hopper to third. Torres throw to first is in time. And 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 4th for Robert Kelly and the Harrisonburg Turks. Here's Jaden Davis, the second baseman.
Second baseman, number 6, Jaden Davis.
Davis singled on a ground ball to short his first time up. Picked up a RBI along with it. Kelly already ready to go. He deals, and it's a strike, 0-1. Cannot let Kelly get into that rhythm. He's tough to hit. That's fouled away, and it's quickly 0-2. Kelly only had 43 pitches through an inning and a third, so pitch count's not an issue. And he pitched well the first time when these two teams played, but he got a no decision after the bullpen blew it. 0-2. And a chopper to the mound. Kelly throws in time. There are 2 outs. Score at 1-3. So back-to-back quick outs here in the 4th. And it's Joe De Los Santos, the center fielder. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play back in the 1st on a bang-bang play at first base. And Joe takes outside 1-0. 1-0, breaking ball in there, 1-1. And that's up high, a little bit off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. De Los Santos, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. Nearly hits him, has to jump out of the way. On deck's Jacob Friend, the DH, struck out swinging back in the 2nd. Joe's going to be letting it rip here, 3-1. And he takes ball 4. So he doesn't swing at a ball. And a 2-out walk for the Express.
13, Jacob Friend.
I don't see if Strasburg can start a rally after 2 quick outs, then the walk to De Los Santos. Friend tardy as he cuts and misses, 0-1. Kelly sets, and he deals. Runner goes. The pitch is down and in. Good pitch to go on as Joe De Los Santos steals second base. And Strasburg back in the scoring position with 2 outs. Well, let's check our stolen base counter. I've got that at 2 so far tonight, so they've got a lot of work to do to catch last night's franchise record. Friend, all he needs to do is drop one in the right side. He takes one up high, 2-1. Right fielder Povey playing pretty shallow. Here at First Bank Park, the dimensions 300 feet down the lines, left and right, and to center it's 365. So it's a hitter's friendly ballpark, but still looking for our first home run of the night. Friend does have 3 long balls along with 12 RBIs. He's now 14 for 45 on the summer. 2-1, Kelly sets, keeps an eye on De Los Santos and deals, and it's a pop-up in the center. Alexander jogs in to make the catch. And the Express leave one in scoring position here in the bottom of the 4th. We remain tied at 1. We're through 4 and off to the 5th. Strasburg likely going to the bullpen here. We'll tell you about the new hurler right after this. We go to the top of the 5th. 1-1 the score. New pitcher for Strasburg, it's Matthew Boyd. Boyd out of Bristow, Virginia, 6'1", righty, 190. He will relieve Ryan DeSanto. Get you his final line here in just a second. Cameron Harris leads it off for the Turks, and he takes a strike. Harris singled and scored back in the 3rd. Matthew Boyd's numbers, 8 2/3, 8 strikeouts, and a 5.19 ERA. 0-1. To the backstop, 1-1. Final line for Ryan DeSanto, he will take a no decision home with him. 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. Very solid in his final appearance as a member of the Express. 1-1 the count. And a high fly ball in the center field. De Los Santos to his right makes the catch. And there's 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
Center fielder number 3, Aiden Alexander.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Turks, it is Aiden Alexander. He is 0 for 2 tonight, a fly out to left and a foul pop out back in the 3rd. He takes low, 1-0. The skies are pink and orange here tonight after the storms came through and did their minimal damage. 1-0. Breaking ball off the plate, 2-0. Updated look at scores around the league. Top of the fifth in Front Royal. The Cardinals lead the Rebels 6-1. Bottom of the second in Culpeper. Winchester leads the Cavaliers 8-2. 2-0. That's a foul ball. Bottom of the fourth, Covington leading Charlottesville 4-2. The Lumberjacks playing really well as of late. They've won 5 in a row. They're only 2.5 out of first. I think Strasburg has beat them twice so far this year, maybe, yeah. 2-1 the count. Breaking ball inside 3-1. As I mentioned, our last broadcast, Strasburg has lost 6 games this year. 5 of those have come right here at First Bank Park. They have only lost 1 game all year on the road. That was a game at Winchester. 3-1. And a hard ground ball to second. Staying down on it is Davis. He will throw to first in time. And there are 2 outs here in the top of the fifth.
Left fielder, number 25, Sean Barnett.
2 up, 2 down. Here's Sean Barnett, the left fielder. Doubled to left his first time up. Struck out swinging back in the third. Again, just a reminder for those watching on Facebook or even on YouTube, if you see a message in the chat pop up telling you to follow a link to watch the game, make sure you don't click on that. That is a scam. People are trying to set up fake websites and charge you for something that you're not going to get. So make sure you just ignore those messages. 1-0 the count. And a check swing grounder to the left side of the mound. Pitcher's going to take it all the way himself. The rare 1 unassisted. And the half inning is over. The Turks go 1-2-3 as Matthew Boyd does a good job in his first inning of work. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Strasburg with 7-8-9 due up against Robert Kelly when we come back. We start the bottom of the fifth here on July 1st, 2023. The pitch to Mitchell Smith is a strike. It's 0-1 and quickly 0-2. Kelly fires it by him. 0-2 to Mitchell Smith. And Kelly, good morning, good afternoon, and good night as Smith, the catcher, goes down on 3 pitches for the first out here in the fifth. Well, I will say this. I was scoring the game at Woodstock about 5 days or so ago. Woodstock played Harrisonburg, and this guy comes out of the bullpen in the 8th inning. He strikes out 4 in the 8th with a drop third, as that pitch is crushed down the right field line by Castillo, but foul. So this guy strikes out 4 in the 8th inning. He comes out in the 9th and strikes out 3 more. 7 strikeouts through 2 innings. 0-1. Castillo pops it up the left side this time, but foul, 0-2. So if he comes into the game, Strasburg's got to be ready to hit the fastball. He could throw the fastball and then drop in the slow stuff. 0-2. Swing and a foul tip into the glove, and 6 strikes on 6 pitches to start the inning. Robert Kelly looking very good.
Number 12, Anthony LaSala.
Here's LaSala. Singled his first time up in the third, and he was later picked off the pitch. He shows bunt. He gets it down, and Kelly throws to first, not in time. That's one way to break up the immaculate inning. LaSala with a bunt hit. He's 2 for 2, and he has half of the hits tonight for the Express.
First baseman, number 19, Reese Woody.
Perfectly executed bunt. And we go back to the top of the lineup. It is Reese Woody for Strasburg. And LaSala is picked off at first base. Did not look like he was out, but the base umpire calls him out at first. Oh, man. They call him out at first on a play that really, it was close, but it wasn't that close to the point where he was out. I think the base umpire most definitely missed that one. And wow, okay, so LaSala picked off for the second time tonight, if you count the called stealing too. Well, that'll do it here in the fifth. We go to the sixth. Well, we go to the top of the sixth after another pickoff of the Express. Boyd still in the mound for Strasburg. He's facing the heart of the lineup here. 3-4-5. Morgan, Torres, and Povey. The pitch is fouled back, and it's 0-1. 1-1 the score as we start the top of the sixth inning. Make sure you're with us in the seventh. We'll have our history notes for you on this day in baseball history, July 1st. 0-1, and that misses 1-1. Ball and a strike to Michael Morgan, 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. Boyd, the righty, sets from the stretch and he deals. That's a swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch. And just missing. For those Strasburg fans interested, we will be back here again tomorrow night. That's a 6 o'clock start. Again, a 6 o'clock start against the Woodstock River Bandits before we come back again on Monday as the 2-2 pitches in the dirt. I believe Monday we play Stanton, and then we play them again Wednesday here. So we're here tonight, tomorrow, Monday, July 4th on Tuesday, so nothing happening then, for us at least. And then Wednesday, we're back here against Stanton. 3-2, and the foul ball. So the count remains 3-2. Boyd trying to avoid a very bad start to the inning. Full count delivery. And a swing and a ground ball to first. Stand down on it's the first baseman, Woody, tossing to first just in time. Nice play there with Woody and the pitcher, Boyd, covering his position. There's one out here in the sixth. Scored 3-1. Here's Jason Torres, the third baseman.
Jason Torres.
Torres is 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts swinging. The pitch from Boyd. Breaking ball outside, 1-0. The pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Torres awaits, and it is way outside. 2-1. Two and one pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball up and in. He tried to turn on Burn and almost corkscrewed straight into the dirt. 2-2. It wouldn't be hard to, as wet as it is tonight. 2-2. Breaking ball, and Boyd thought he got him. It was a backdoor breaking ball off the plate. Beautiful location, and couldn't get a swing, didn't get the call. I think if you're Boyd here, you go back up and in with that fastball. He can't lay off of it. The pitch. He goes with the breaking ball, and it's a ground ball to short. High hop for Lasala, sets his feet, throws to first in time, and there are 2 outs in the 6th. So Torres was a little bit out in front there, sped up his bat, but just a ground out. And there are 2 outs in the 6th inning. Harrison Povey, the right fielder, steps up. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout swinging and a pop out to third. Got to think they're going to target the top part of the zone with the fastball against him. They do, and this time he lays off 1-0. Flag out in right center, pretty still. I'm sure it's so soaked it probably can't move around too much. 1-0. That is a high pop-up, shallow center, just, well, right on the edge of the infield. Didn't get too far. Catch is made by Lasala, and another 1-2-3 inning for Matthew Boyd. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Something's got to give. It's 1-1. We start the bottom of the 6th inning. Robert Kelly still going strong. He has been dominant really from the beginning. He did allow a run in the first, but he's been throwing strikes and getting quick outs. 1-1 to Reese Woody. He's 0 for 2, and it's outside 2-1. 1-1's our score here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Both teams with 4 hits. Strasburg with an error. 2-1 is a strike. 2-2. 2-2's outside, and Kelly is a ball away from the dreaded leadoff walk. And let's see, how many walks does he have tonight? He has 1. Ground ball to short. Gill, third at first in time, and there's 1 out here in the 6th.
The left fielder, number 26, Thad Ector.
Here's Thad Ector. 1 for 2, single and a single and a run scored in the first, strikeout swinging in the third. I guess you had to expect this was going to be a pitcher's duel here tonight. Both of these two teams very good pitching-wise, second and third best pitching teams in the league, and they played to a 3-2 score last time here. Ector checks his swing, and don't know if it was a foul ball or if it was just a ball and a dead ball. So the count is, I think the count's 1-0 unless I'm mistaken.
Who's that pitch, Blue? Ball or strike? Ball or strike? It's a foul ball. Foul ball.
So the count is 0-1. And check swing, he didn't go, 1-1. He did make the signal for foul ball, but that also means time, like timeout, and he walked the ball out, so I didn't know. 1-1, that's up high, 2-1. All right, good hitters count here, and this is a good time for Thad Ector to hit his first long ball of the season. That's outside, 3-1. Kelly, as I mentioned, has been firing very quickly tonight. This is his 71st pitch of the night, and it's a strike. It's 3-2. So he's at 71 through 5 1/3, only allowing 4 hits. Does have 6 strikeouts. 3-2 to Ector. And ball 4, he walks him. And a 1-out walk here in the 6th inning. So a 1-out walk.
Number 30, JoJo Irigoyen.
Let's see if Strasburg can run the bases a little bit cleaner here in this inning. Not that LaSala was legitimately out last inning, but he was called out, and that's what we have to play by. Up high to Irigoyen. Well, I saw Kelly in his warm-up pitches a little bit. He was missing high, might be overthrowing a little bit, so it's going to hurt your control, maybe leave some breaking balls over the middle. And inside, 2-0. About 75 pitches. So today's standards, that's pretty good. Does have the 6 strikeouts. He's looking for a ground ball here from Irigoyen. JoJo's looking to elevate one. 2-0. He gets the slider and a 2-0 count and takes it for a strike. 2-1. Ector at first. And a breaking ball hit the first. It's caught, and it's a double play. Nothing you can do there if you're Strasburg. So it is a 3 unassisted double play, and the half inning is over. We go to the 7th, 1-1.
Georgia Southwestern State, number 7, Garrett Bradley.
Garrett Bradley will pinch hit for Tyler Borges to start the 7th inning for the Harrisonburg Turks, batting from the left side against Boyd. First pitch is off the plate, and the count is 1-0. Bradley out of Georgia Southwestern State University from Savannah. That one just misses, 2-0. 1-1 the score, top of the 7th inning, 2-0 count. Matthew Boyd behind, trying to get back in the zone, and it's fouled towards the Express dugout. So far, Boyd, 2 innings. He has faced the minimum. Time for history notes. We'll get you some history here in the inning. Two balls and a strike. And a liner caught by the first baseman, Reese Woody, as he lays out to make the catch, robbing the pinch hitter, Bradley, of a base hit. One out here in the 7th. Ty Gill, the shortstop, will bat. A fly out to left in the 2nd and a strikeout swinging in the 4th. So 7 up, 7 down for Boyd, who has thrown 15 strikes to 14 balls. The pitch. That is up high, 1-0. And that's a strike. Today in 1905, White Sox pitcher Frank Owen narrowly misses becoming the first pitcher to pitch a doubleheader shutout, as the Browns score 2 runs off of him in 2 games. The Sox win 3-2 and 3-0. 1-1 inside, 2-1. One out here in the top half of the 7th inning for the Harrisonburg Turks. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Today in 1910, the White Sox open with a 2-0 loss to the Browns. Their stadium, since called Kaminsky Park, is baseball's biggest and cost $750,000 to build it. 2-2. Swing and a pop-up foul. That stadium saw 24,900 people attend the game, 1,100 less than capacity. Ended up closing in the year of 1990 to be replaced by a new structure called New Kaminsky Park. I'm sure it cost a little bit more than $750K. 2-2. And that is fouled down the left side, still 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Boyd deals. It's a swing and a foul tip held on to by the catcher, Mitchell Smith, and there are 2 outs here in the 7th. Matthew Delgado, the catcher, will bat 0-2 with 2 strikeouts. Today in 1916, at the age 42 years and 4 months, Honus Wagner is the oldest player to hit an inside-the-park home run. He connects for the Pirates in the 4th inning at Cincinnati. The pitch. And that misses. 42 years and 4 months. One 0. That's up high, 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. And that misses. Three balls and a strike to Delgado, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and he walks him. And that is the first man to reach on Boyd here tonight through 2 2/3. Here's Cameron Harris. He's 1 for 2.
Second baseman number 10, Cameron Harris.
Not what you want to do there after he has been absolutely cruising to walk the 8-hitter who has gone down swinging twice. Let's see if Harrisonburg can take advantage, and might be getting a little bit wild. Harris takes a ball 1-0. The pitch. That's up high. 2-0. Today in 1957, Cincinnati fans threatened to sue Commissioner Ford Frick unless Gus Bell, George Crow, and Wally Post are restored to the All-Star teams. They finished first in the balloting thanks to vote stuffing by Cincinnati fans ahead of more deserving players.
Oh, Miss Daisy, come on out. Big round of applause for Miss Daisy, please. Maybe. Well, we couldn't drive Miss Daisy out of the dugout. There we go.
2-0 count to Cameron Harris. Go ahead, run it first. 2 outs here in the 7th. The pitch. That's inside. 3-0. Top of the lineups on deck. Got to be taken all the way here, and he does. 3-1. Three balls and a strike to Harris. Boyd deals, and that is just low. Back-to-back 2-out walks here in the 7th. Back to the top of the lineup for Harrisonburg.
Fielder number 3, Aiden Alexander.
Aiden Alexander with a base hit could give the Turks the lead. And that might be it for Boyd. We'll see. Today in 1962, Albie Pearson becomes the first player to go hitless in 11 at-bats in a doubleheader, both 9-inning games. Los Angeles split with the Yankees losing 6-3 before winning 12-5. Today in 1967, Baltimore's Jim Palmer gives up a grand slam, but wait, it's in the minors. He was sent to Rochester in the International League to rehab from back problems. Rochester manager Earl Weaver started the 21-year-old against Buffalo in a game moved to Niagara Falls because of some issues. Palmer was given a 7-0 lead, but the Bison scored 5 in the 3rd, 4 coming on a grand slam. But guess who hit that grand slam off of Palmer? It was Johnny Bench in the minor leagues back in 1967. Palmer never gave up a grand slam in his 19-year big league career. Wow. Maybe he hit the next guy every time. All right, trouble for Strasburg here, the pitch, and that is a pop-up to second. It's caught, and trouble no longer. First pitch swinging is Alexander. He gets jammed, and it's 7th inning stretch time. Stand up, folks. Stretch it out. We're back after this.
26, Jake Davis.
Welcome back to Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning in a 1-1 game. A pitcher's duel between Strasburg and Harrisonburg. Daniel Diaz is the new hurler for the Harrisonburg Turks. Diaz out of the University of South Alabama from Miami Lakes, Florida. He will take over here in a tie game to face 4, 5, 6 in the Express lineup. Jaden Davis leads it off. First pitch swinging, ground ball to second. And a hop off of Harris into the outfield. And Davis will reach to start the 7th inning. That'll be credited an error on the second baseman Harris, and now the
Fielder number 3, Joe De Los Santos.
line score for both teams reads exactly the same. 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error. So leadoff man on for Strasburg. Final line for Robert Kelly for the Turks, who will take a no decision with him. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Diaz, a lefty. And he has been outstanding this summer. Swing and a miss. 13 2/3 innings, 12 strikeouts, and a .66 ERA. .66 ERA in almost 14 innings. So Bob Weiss and the Turks using their best arms here tonight, trying to take one from the Express. 0-1 to De Los Santos. That's inside, 1-1. So since that pitch was called once or twice, he is stuck with being a ball the rest of the way. So props for the consistency. 1-1 to De Los Santos. Davis at first. The pitch. And a high pop-up into right center. That is going to be caught. Got it off the bad part of the bat. And Povey able to hustle in to make the catch. And there's 1 out here in the 7th. Here's Jacob Friend, the DH.
Now batting the DH, number 13, Jacob Friend.
Get some more history for you. The pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Today in 1994, the Orioles and Angels combined to hit a major league record tying 11 home runs in a game that Baltimore won 14-7. 0-1. And a pop-up behind the plate, giving it a look. Might be right on our heads, and it is. And it's 0-2. Today in 2001, the Giants clipped the Cardinals 5-4 on Barry Bonds Day. Barry has a double and 3 walks as Calvin Murray provides the scoring with a 3-run homer. Mark McGwire 0 for 4 in the game and 0 for his last 22. 0-2 to Friend. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. There are 2 outs here in the 7th.
Now batting the catcher, number 25, Mitchell Smith.
Here's Mitchell Smith. And that's fouled away. Today in 2009, for the first time since September 1st, 1976, 3 National League games end in 1-0 scores on the same day. All of the shutouts were combined efforts. Pelfrey of the Mets, Cueto of the Reds, and an unnamed pitcher for the other game. 0-1. And a foul back, and Diaz a strike away from getting through the inning. Here's an old name you don't really hear anything about anymore. Today in 2011, Jair Jurgens of the Braves picks up his 11th win of the year with a 1-hitter against the Orioles, lowering his National League leading ERA to 1.89 in a bid to be named the starter of the 2011 All-Star Game. Adam Jones had the lone hit for the Orioles. And Smith down on strikes looking, and the Turks' dominant performance pitching-wise continues. We will remain tied to the 8th. 1-1 is our score. And Matthew Boyd will remain on the mound for the Strasburg Express as we go to the top of the 8th. He'll face the heart of the lineup, 2, 3, 4, Barnett, Morgan, and Torres in a 1-1 game. So far for Boyd out of the bullpen, he's logged 3 innings. Starting inning number 4 right here. First pitch to Barnett is a high fly to left center field. De Los Santos gets there, and there's 1 out. That was well struck, but De Los Santos able to hustle to it. First pitch swinging right there for Harrisonburg. Here's Michael Morgan, the first baseman. He is 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI. The lone RBI tonight for the Turks. Here's the pitch, and he takes off the plate. Today in 2013, Andy Pettit passes Whitey Ford for the most strikeouts in Yankees history when he reaches 1,957. 10-4 win over the Twins. That is a high fly ball left center field. De Los Santos again backing up and making the catch. And there are 2 outs. He looks like a big leaguer catching the ball out there. 2 up, 2 down in the 8th. Here's Jason Torres. He's 0 for 3. Torres with 2 strikeouts and a ground out to short. The pitch. And that's fouled away. Today in 2015, Carlos Carrasco of the Cleveland Indians comes within 1 strike of pitching a no-hitter, as in the 9th inning, the Rays' Joey Butler lines a 2-out, 2-strike pitch over former Valley Leaguer, second baseman Jason Kipnis' head. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Today in 2016, also the Cleveland Indians set a new team record with their 14th straight win, but they needed 19 innings to do it. They beat Toronto 2-1. 19 pitchers were used in that game. 0-2. And ball outside. Everybody on the field, including I think the hitter, thought it was strike 3, but only one that matters said it wasn't. One ball, 2 strikes, the count. Boyd trying to empty the tank here. The pitch. Breaking ball up high. And the only cycle that I've read here from this day in baseball history. Today in 2022, Nolan Arenado hits for the cycle. Hits the first cycle for the Cardinals since 05, but they still lost to the Phillies 5-3. 2-2. Swing and a high pop-up right side and out of play. And those are the history notes for you on this day in baseball history, June, check that, July 1st. Hello to Levon watching from Norman. 2-2, swing and another pop-up and out of play. Let's see. Carantas are watching from Poughkeepsie. Hello to Pamela. Kathy watching. Bill, Barbara. Those over on Facebook. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Boyd sets and deals, and the pitch is in the dirt. And now, after looking like he had strike 3, he's going to have to get ready to deal pitch number 8 here in the AB. Torres with new life from 0-2 to 3-2. Boyd sets and he delivers. Swing and a miss way out in front on the breaking ball. And Matthew Boyd tipped the cap. He gets through 4 innings out of relief tonight, and this thing will stay tied as we go to the bottom of the 8th. We're back after this on Facebook, YouTube, and Stretch Internet. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning from Strasburg. Big spot here. Strasburg could possibly go ahead and try to lock it down in the 9th, but first I got to get a run across. And we've got a pinch hitter for Victor Castillo in the 8th spot. It'll be Dakota Miller. Diaz is still on the mound. He was lights out last inning besides the error at second base. First pitch hacking, and it's 0-1.
50-50 will be after this half inning.
So the 8th spot tonight, Victor Castillo 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Dakota Miller trying to come up big and get on base for the Express. He's late on it and fouls it back 0-2. Miller out of Charleston Southern University from Newport, Ohio, 6'2", righty, 215. And he comes into the game batting .270. Does have 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Facing the lefty Diaz. He's thrown 12 pitches, 11 of those for strikes. 0-2. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. And there's one out here in the 8th. And here's Anthony LaSala.
Shortstop, number 12, Anthony LaSala.
Well, there's good news and bad news for him tonight. The good news is he's 2 for 2. The bad news is he's been picked off and caught stealing tonight. Good night for the batting average, though. The pitch. And he takes a strike. I mean, Diaz looks utterly dominant right now. Might make sense why he has an ERA at .66 coming into tonight, almost 14 innings into the season. And that's a liner to short. Nice play at shortstop. Throw to first is in time. Good play out there by Ty Gill, keeping LaSala from getting on, and there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th.
First baseman, number 19, Reese Woody.
Back to the top of the lineup. It's Reese Woody, the first baseman. Woody, 2 ground outs to short and a pop out to short. Season stats now, average-wise, down to about 354. With his 0 for 3 tonight, and he takes for a strike. Diaz now 15 strikes to 1 ball through an inning and 2/3 with 3 strikeouts. Only facing 1 over the minimum due to the error. Fooled him, swing and a miss, 0-2. Harrisonburg set to have 4, 5, and 6 due up in the top of the 9th inning. And by the looks of it, it's going to be tied at 1-1. 0-2 to the lefty Woody. And strike 3 called. Strasburg just not seeing it. Diaz, 2 innings, 4 strikeouts. He faces 1 over the minimum due to the error on the second baseman Harris in the 7th. Strasburg once again striking out. They have struck out now 4 times in the last 2 innings. We go to the 9th, 1-1.
You'll pull those out here.
We go to the ninth, all tied up at 1. Both teams with 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error. Austin Asbill will take over for the Express here in the top of the ninth. Asbill out of Tallahassee Community College from Port Orange, Florida. 6'3", lefty, 175. He will face Povey, Bradley, and Gill here in the ninth. Trying to keep it here and give his team a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the ninth. First pitch to the lefty, Povey, is low, 1-0. Povey is 0 for 3 tonight with a strikeout and a couple of pop-outs. Asbill, 15 innings, 14 strikeouts, and a 2.40 ERA. And first pitch swinging, it's a base hit in the right center. First hit of the night for Povey. And now we're getting into possible sacrifice territory for the Turks here in a 1-1 game in the ninth. Only the 5th hit of the night for the Turks.
The batter, number 7, Garrett Bradley.
Here's Garrett Bradley. Bradley is 1 for 2 tonight. A walk in the 4th inning and a line out in the 7th. Another lefty batter. He does show, and he takes for a strike. Final line for Strasburg's Matthew Boyd. He did a great job out of relief. 4 innings, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Also a no decision for him tonight. 0-1. He shows again. He pops it up and nearly caught by Irigoyen as he was sprinting in, but it drops foul, and it's 0-2. I think you got to swing away here. Oh, and 2 the count. Throw over, back in safely. The pitch. Strike 3 called on the outer part, and that is out number 1. A huge punch out here in the ninth for Austin Asbill.
Gill.
Not only does he strike out, but he can't get the man over. And here's another lefty. It's Ty Gill. Gill's 0 for 3, 2 strikeout swing and a fly out to left. Asbill would love a ground ball double play here. First pitch. Swing and a foul. Got a piece of Smith, 0-1.
Okay. Brandon McCafferty. The winner of the 50-50, Brennan McCafferty. Congratulations.
And 0-1 and a throw over to first and safe. Oh, and 1 the count. And a fastball at the knees for a strike, 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count. As Bill deals, it's just off the plate. 1-2. Gill does have a hit this year off of Asbill. One of his 8 hits on the summer. And off the glove of Smith to the backstop. It's a pass ball, and the tying run, actually the go-ahead run, is in the scoring position. So the count is 2-2 to Gill. And possibly a huge mistake for the Express here in the ninth. 2-2. Gill takes down and out, and again from what looked like strike 3 and an 0-2 count, it's now full 3-2. And he missed ball 4. Well, it does set up the force out. as the Turks are threatening now, first and second, and only one out.
Matthew Delgado.
And here's Delgado. Matthew Delgado is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts and a walk back in the 7th inning. Asbill trying to battle through here. He's thrown 11 pitches, 6 for strikes. The pitch. Check swing. Looked like a called strike. They didn't. Nope. Ball. 1-0. And a quick meeting at the mound. So after the meeting on the mound, we're back to action. 1-0 count with one out here in the top of the 9th. Asbill deals. That's in the dirt. Smith nearly let it get by him, but it's kept in front of him 2-0. 2-0 the count. That is a fastball right down the middle, 2-1. Good pitch there from Asbill, getting back in the zone. Delgado, the catcher, trying to be the hero here in the 9th for the Turks out of Pasadena Community College. 2-1. A swing and a foul tip into the glove. It's 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out, top of the 9th, 1-1 the game, 1-1 the score. And Asbill strikes him out swinging for the second out.
Second baseman, number 10, Cameron Harris.
And there are 2 outs in the 9th. And here's Cameron Harris, the 9-hitter. He's been pretty productive out of the 9 spot. He has one of the 5 hits for the Turks. As it sounds like some fireworks are starting to go off. And that's a ground ball to third. Irigoyen with a great play. Throw to first in time. A possibly game-winning, game-saving play for Irigoyen as he slides, stops it, comes up firing, and throws Harris out at first to end the top of the 9th. We are set for the bottom of the 9th inning. Strasburg needs 1 to win it, looking for their first legitimate walk-off win of the year. We're back after this. With fireworks sounding in the distance, we go to the bottom of the 9th in a 1-1 game. Strasburg trying to pull it out here as they continue to face Daniel Diaz, who has been, well, he looks like a big league left-handed arm out there the way he's been throwing. He's been untouchable. The pitch. Ector takes outside, 1-0. That's a rare ball for Danny Diaz. For Diaz, that's only his second ball and now 19 pitches. 1-0 the count to Thad Ector, trying to be the hero or start the rally here in the ninth. He is 2 for 3, and he takes outside 2-0. So that's now 2 consecutive balls out of the zone for Ector. 1-1 the score, bottom of the ninth. Strasburg with a record of 14-6. Harrisonburg 12-9. The pitch. Outside 3-0. Diaz is in danger here of allowing his second base runner. The other one was the error on the second baseman Harris in the seventh. 3-0 the count to Ector. Diaz, the lefty, sets. And he deals, and it's right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. Diaz, 22 pitches through 2+ innings, starts the ninth. 3-1 to Thad Ector. He sets and pitches. Swing and a blooper in the center, it's a base hit. And the Express have the game-winning run on first base with nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Third baseman, number 30, JoJo Irigoyen.
And for Thad Ector, Ector is now 7 hits on the summer. Here's JoJo Irigoyen with the winning run at first. The pitch. Breaking ball in there, strike one. We do know Ector has very good speed. Do you try to get him over to second base and put the winning run in scoring position? We'll see. 0-1. He does show. Runner goes. The pitch is outside. Throw to second, and he is out. Great throw from Delgado, getting Ector at second, and there's one out here in the ninth. So that's the first out here in the ninth. They did try to steal, but it didn't work out. 1-1 to Irigoyen. And that's outside, 2-1. JoJo Irigoyen, 0 for 2 tonight. Lined into a double play his last time up. And he swings and misses, 2-2. One out here in the bottom of the ninth after the leadoff single and the caught stealing. Fireworks continue to fire off to our right. Strasburg trying to create some of their own. 2-2. Check swing, ball low, 3-2. So the count is loaded up. Strasburg trying to pull some magic here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Count's full. Diaz sets and he deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth.
Second baseman, number 6, Jay Davis.
So 2 outs, and here's Jaden Davis, the second baseman. He is 1 for 3 tonight with a single and an RBI, all the way back in the first inning. Both teams once again with identical line scores, 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error. 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. Davis waits, and he takes outside. So now we're seeing Diaz not being as dominant as far as getting ahead of the count. He's falling behind and having to work some deeper counts, although he does still have 2 outs here in the inning with nobody on base. 1-0 to Davis. And a called strike, 1-1. Harrisonburg is set to have 1, 2, 3 due up if we go to the 10th. And the 9-hitter Cameron Harris, who made the last out, would start at second with the international tiebreaker rule. Harrisonburg trying to get to the 10th. They need one more out. Davis chops one off himself in the batter's box, and it's 1-2. So for Diaz, a strike here, and that would put him through 3 innings of relief. Kelly went 6 for the Turks, allowing 1 run on 4 hits. And now Diaz trying to send it to extras. We've had, I think, 1 extra inning game here this year, and Strasburg lost. That was to Culpeper. Might have lost one to Percival, too. 1-2 the count to Jaden Davis. And strike 3 called, and this game is going to extra innings here on the 1st of July in 2023. We will get ready to start it right after this. We go to the 10th. Well, come back to Strasburg as we go to extra innings, top of the 10th inning. Harrisonburg and the Strasburg Express. International tiebreaker rule places Cameron Harris, who made the last out in the 9th inning, at second base. So that's where the Turks will start it here in the 10th. Asbill still on the mound. Aiden Alexander, the leadoff man in the lineup, will start the inning for the Turks as the fireworks get even louder. Let's see if they try to bunt. They do not. First pitch misses, 1-0. So Harris is at second. Nobody out here in the top of the 10th. 1-0, the pitch. That misses, 2-0. Problem is here, if you walk Alexander, then Barnett most definitely would come up and bunt and make it second and third if he can get it down. So you got to throw strikes here. 2-0 Asbill in his second inning of work. He sets and he deals. And it's fouled off the hands, 2-1. Other games around the league tonight. Newmarket down 8-1, top of the 9th. Charlottesville leading Covington 7-4, bottom of the 7th. And wow, what happened in Culpeper? Get to that in a second. 2-1. The pitch. Swing and a foul. So Winchester was up like 9-2 in the second inning. They now trail 12-9 in the top of the 5th. So they're in the top of the 5th inning, quarter till 10 o'clock here tonight. All right, 2-2 the count to Aiden Alexander with Harris at second base. Looking for a punch out is Asbill. He deals, and it's a ground ball to third. It's played by Irigoyen. Long throw to first. In time. 1 out here in the 10th. What a play by Irigoyen. He had to first scoop the ball up, then keep it in front of him, and then make a strong throw, and he just beat the runner at first. That's the first out here in the top of the 10th. So here's Sean Barnett. Barnett came in. Yeah, he's been in the whole game. Correction. He's 1 for 4 with a double in the first. And he fouls it back. It's 0-1. 0-1. Asbill, the lefty, sets. The pitch. Off the plate, 1-1. One pitch. Swing and a foul back into the net right by the press box, and the count is 1-2. And a game that started 34 minutes late due to showers that came through a couple hours before game time. We are in the top of the 10th inning in a 1-1 game. 1-2 the pitch. Swing and a foul back. He was lunging, just got a piece of it. Asbill at 22 pitches through an inning and a third. Came in last inning in the ninth to start, and now has an out here in the 10th. 1-2. Fastball misses up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Some added smoke and fog will come in from the fireworks. 2-2 to Sean Barnett. And he lines one to short, caught by the shortstop, La Sala, and there are 2 outs in the ninth. 2 outs in the 10th.
First baseman, number 26, Micah Morgan.
So 2 outs here for the Turks now, and it's going to be Micah Morgan, the first baseman. Morgan is 1 for 4 tonight with a single and an RBI back in the 3rd inning. Lefty-lefty matchup. Morgan trying to come up big for the Turks, and he takes a breaking ball up and in on the hands, 1-0. Harrisonburg comes into this game 12-9, 2.5 games out of first behind the Express, who lead the league with a record at 14-6. 1-0, and a foul ball out of play, 1-1. Asbill looking in for his signs. Mitchell Smith laying him down. Asbill comes set at the belt. He deals. And it's a fastball in there, and the count is 1-2. So Asbill a strike away from sending this to the bottom of the 10th. 1-2. Fastball just off the plate, 2-2. Great spot. Two. And that's off the plate, and the count is full, 3-2. On deck is Jason Torres. Torres is on deck, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. 3-2 to the lefty. Swing and a ground ball into the dugout, caught by the catcher, Delgado, who is possibly responsible for this game still being played, as he made a great throw to second in the bottom of the 9th, getting Hector at second on the caught stealing. 3-2 again. The pitch. Swing and a high fly to right field, right at the right fielder, making the catch. It's Castillo. Not Castillo, it is Miller, and the half inning is over. Well, Strasburg gets around the international tiebreaker man starting at second with nobody out. And we go to the bottom of the 10th inning. Strasburg will start with a man on second with nobody out, trying to win it. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Strasburg. Cade Parker will run at second base as the international tiebreaker as the winning run here in the bottom of the 10th. Joe De Los Santos will lead it off as Daniel Diaz is still in the game for the Turks. He has been outstanding. The pitch. De Los Santos shows bunt, and it's a called strike, 0-1. Diaz so far 3 innings, 1 hit. He has struck out 6. De Los Santos behind 0-1 in the count. Strasburg trying to win it here in the 10th. 0-1. See if he shows. Parker at second. He does. It's a ball up high, and it's 1-1. Last thing you can do if you're Parker is get caught out in the middle of the base pass and get picked off. We've seen plenty of that tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. De Los Santos facing the lefty Diaz. A balk would be nice too to get him over. 1-1 the pitch. He shows again. He pulls back and takes a curveball for a strike, and it's 1-2. So De Los Santos was showing bunt a couple of times. One ball, 2 strikes. Joe is 0 for 2 tonight with a walk back in the 4th. Time is... Oh! Do we have a pitch clock violation? We have a pitch clock violation on the pitcher. So that will now even the count up at 2-2. Diaz sets. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and Strasburg unable to get the go-ahead run and the winning run to third base. There is 1 out.
Jacob, friend, correction. Pinch hitting, number 20. Logan Vaughn.
So Logan Vaughn is going to come in and pinch hit here for Jacob Friend, and this is all about the matchups right now. You bring Vaughn in, the switch hitter, Friend the lefty, against Diaz. Guys have just not been able to hit Diaz tonight. So Friend will be lifted for Vaughn. First pitch is fouled away, 0-1. Vaughn's numbers on the summer, he's 11 for 30, 366 average with 6 RBIs. Winning run at second base for Strasburg with 1 out. Couldn't get the man over to third. Harrisonburg did not score in the top of the 10th. 0-1 to Vaughn, and that is just low. A little bit of flinch from the umpire, 1-1. Bottom of the 10th inning. Cade Parker out at second base as the pinch runner for Jaden Davis. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the 10th. Diaz deals. It's a swing and a ground ball to third, fielded by the third baseman. He throws it to first in time, and Vaughn is out number 2. Runner does not move up. And Mitchell Smith will bat.
Batter, number 25, Mitchell Smith.
So Mitchell Smith is 0 for 3 tonight with 3 strikeouts. Diaz is trying to keep Strasburg from scoring and make this a scoreless 10th inning for both teams. Smith looking to get off the schneid, and he hits one high into the air to center, but it's not deep enough, and the ball game will move on to the 11th inning. Both teams scoreless after, actually both teams unable to even move the runner to third in their halves of the inning. We go to the 11th. It's 1-1.
36, Jason Torres.
We are off to the 11th inning from Strasburg. Both teams somehow unable to score in the 10th after starting a man at second with nobody out. So here's Jason Torres leading it off here in the 11th for the Turks. The international tiebreaker rule runner is Michael Morgan. Torres is 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. You got to think he's going to try to lay one down. He does bunt, and it's a beauty. Irigoyen throws to first in time, and they do get an out, but the runner moves up to third base. So there's one out here in the top of the 11th inning.
Right fielder number 6, Harrison Povey.
So here's Povey. Povey is 1 for 4 tonight. The infield comes in for Strasburg in the top of the 11th in a 1-1 game. Go ahead, run at third for the Turks. And it's a liner into right field, and the Turks have the lead. It's 2-1 here in the top of the 11th. Sacrifice bunt comes up big, and it's 2-1.
Now batting number 7, Garrett Bradley.
So an RBI single for Povey. So still one out. Here's Bradley. Lefty facing the lefty. Pitch is a strike. At this point, Strasburg has to stop it right here at 1. And then hope that Diaz doesn't come back out to pitch another inning, really. They did hit him a little bit harder last inning, but... 0-1 the count. Breaking ball absolutely hammered but foul, and it's 0-2. So looking at the line score now, Harrisonburg 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. 0-2. Nubber off the end of the bat, foul, still 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count. Asbill deals and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Bradley down on strikes, and that's out number 2 here in the 11th.
Shortstop number 2, Ty Gill.
So 2 outs here in the top of the 11th. It's Ty Gill. Gill is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Actually, 2 strikeouts and a walk, and he lines one into left for a base hit. And it gets by the left fielder all the way to the wall. Runner is being sent to the plate. Here's the throw, and he is safe as the ball gets away, and the runner's going to move up to third. Thad Ector with a disastrous error in left field and possibly a game-deciding error in left field.
Batter number 35, Matthew Delgado.
So Thad Ector let a ball get right by him in left. Should have been first and second with 2 outs. Instead, Povey scoring all the way from first. Gill got all the way to third base. It'll be a single and an E7. Disastrous time for that, to say the least, for the Express. Here's Delgado. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And he takes just low. So now Strasburg's going to have to score 2 just to tie it in the bottom of the 11th. Fog rolling in here at First Bank Park as we pass the 10 o'clock hour here in Strasburg. 2-0. And swinging a foul tip into the glove. 2-1. Terrible time also for Strasburg's second error of the night. That's why you put the ball in play. You never know what will happen. 2-1. And that's fouled away, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 11th. Strasburg will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom half, trying to hold it right here. Asbill sets. And Delgado takes outside. It's 3-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 11th. 2 runs in the inning for the Turks. And a swing and a miss. Delgado strikes out for the 4th time tonight, but Harrisonburg finally able to get some runs across. They score 2 in the top of the 11th, and they are 3 outs away from winning their 13th game of the year. We'll be back after this to see if Strasburg can tie it or win it. Diaz is coming back out for another inning. All right, as the fog and smoke from the fireworks rolls in here at First Bank Park, the Express are
That's number 16, Dakota Miller.
in danger of losing their first game in a good while. Won 5 in a row, 8 out of their last 10, and even more out of their last, I think, 13 or so. They need a good inning here against a guy they haven't been able to hit all night. First pitch swinging, a ground ball to first. Played on the hop, throw to first. Not going to throw it, just taking it himself. As Miller grounds out 3 unassisted. The runner, Mitchell Smith, that was placed at second base to start the inning, is up to third base, and there's 1 out. Now see how easy it was to move him over there? It's like it was just the easiest thing. But it's appearing that it's probably going to be a little bit too late for the Express. So runner on third, 1 out. LaSala needs to get on to try to get a couple of runs for Strasburg. He takes outside. Pretty incredible performance for Diaz out of the pen. 4 1/3 so far, 1 hit, 7 strikeouts. He has been untouchable. 1-0 to LaSala. And that's in there, 1-1. Harrisonburg with 2 runs in the top of the 11th inning. A big error coming back to get Strasburg. Instead of it really should have only been 1. Turned into 2, and now we'll see if Strasburg falls a run or 2 short. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice block by Delgado. Just need base runners at this point if you're Strasburg. If LaSala can get on, top of the lineup is coming up. And guys that usually hit the ball are having most of them are having bad nights tonight at the plate. A ton of strikeouts, so no better time to get off the schneid and hit the ball. 2-1. And LaSala takes a ball, and things are getting interesting here. 3-1 now. Ty Hooks, the on-deck hitter, so he would pinch hit, it appears, for Reese Woody. 3-1. Diaz sets, he delivers, and it's a ground ball foul, and the count's full 3-2. Looked like the pitch was off the plate, but he went after it. Counts full, 3-2 to La Sala. And it's up high, ball 4, and Diaz puts the tying run on first base with 1 out here in the 10th. So Ty Hooks is going to pinch hit for Woody here.
Number 11, Ty Hooks.
Hooks has not had an AB in what feels like a while now. So he's going to come up here as the winning run in the bottom of the 11th inning. Strasburg down 2 with 1 out. Diaz sets. Ty Hooks awaits the pitch, and it's a breaking ball way up high, 1-0. Pitch count getting up there a little bit for Diaz, even though it's really not anything compared to what it could be as far as how long he's pitched. 49 through 4 1/3. Pretty good. 1-0 to Hooks. Catcher out of Winthrop. He takes for a strike, 1-1. Ty is batting .277 with 6 RBIs on the summer. Smith at third. La Sala at first. 1 out in the bottom of the 11th. Harrisonburg just needs 2 outs to win it. Strasburg trying to keep it alive. Breaking ball, strike 2 called, and it's 1-2. Fireworks firing off from the distance as we speak. 1-2 to Hooks. And it's a ground ball foul. Oh, and that got a piece of the on-deck man, Thad Ector. Got his hand. How great would it be if Ector could come up and hit a walk-off to save the day, and everybody would forget about that boo-boo out in left field. So Ty Hooks again in a 1-2 count. Diaz sets and deals. Way all outside of the backstop, off the catcher's glove in La Sala. The tying run is into scoring position on the wild pitch. The count is 2-2. So La Sala in second, and I'm sure he won't get picked off again. He's learned his lesson. 2-2 to Ty Hooks, the catcher. Harrisonburg up 3-1. Looks like the skunk's on the field out under the website sign. See if the ball gets hit out there. 2-2. And Hooks just takes off the outside corner. 3-2. (3-2) to Hooks. Diaz sets and deals. Up high, ball 4, and the winning run is on first base as Ty Hooks draws the walk. What an at-bat. And the bases are juiced for Thad Ector here in the 11th. So Ty Hooks is going to be pulled out for the pinch runner. Looks like 10, looks like Pfeiffer. Wyatt Pfeiffer is going to run for Ty Hooks. So the bases are loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the 11th. Strasburg down by 2 after they allowed 2 in the top of the 11th after a scoreless 10th inning. Both teams could not score in the 10th. And now we try to find out what happens here in the bottom of the 11th. The right fielder is calling that there's a skunk out there, so I'm sure we're going to have to wait. He's asking for some help. The right fielder, yeah, he's flinching out there. So let's set the stage here. Bases loaded. 1 out, bottom of the 11th. Thad Ector's batting. Strasburg down 2, tying runs at second, and the winning runs at first. and something out in right center. Hector trying to redeem himself. He's 3 for 4 with 3 singles and a run scored. The pitch. That is a strike at the knees, 0-1. Thad Hector out of Tyrone, Georgia, from the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. 0-1 the count. Diaz, the lefty, sets. And he deals. And it's a ground ball up the middle, stopped by the second baseman. They go to second for one. The ball's bobbled. Tying run comes in to score. And it's 3-3 in the 11th. The Express have tied it in the bottom of the 11th inning. 2 runs come in to score. Unbelievable. It'll be a single up the middle. Thad Hector is 4 for 5 tonight. Smith and La Sala score. Pfeiffer, the winning run, is at second base with 1 out here in the bottom of the 11th. The first pitch to JoJo Irigoyen misses 1-0. What an unbelievable game this has turned out to be. Want to know the count. And Irigoyen crushes one to right center. It's going to stay in the park. The catch is made, and there are 2 outs. Just stayed in the ballpark.
Now batting number 5, Cade Parker.
So there are now 2 outs. Two outs here in the bottom of the 11th. Cade Parker making his first AB of the night, trying to be the hero for Strasburg. The pitch. Parker grounds a chopper to third. It's a high chopper. Third baseman has to eat it, and the bases are going to be loaded.
Center fielder number 3, Joe De Los Santos.
So the bases are loaded with 2 outs. The pitch is a called strike, 0-1.
Go, Joe.
Joe De Los Santos now with the bases juiced. Winning run at third, 2 outs, bottom of the 11th. It's a line drive up the middle, off the glove of the second baseman. The Strasburg Express have won it in the bottom of the ninth, the bottom of the 11th. Unbelievable. Strasburg wins it 4-3 in the bottom of the 11th inning. On a line drive up the middle, a diving effort by Harris. He couldn't hold on to it, and the ball game is over. Strasburg comes back to steal one in the bottom of the 11th, and the Express have won their 6th consecutive game. They are now 15-6, and the Turks lose a heartbreaker tonight in Strasburg, and they fall to 12-10. Strasburg gives up 2 in the top of the 11th, and the Express come back with 3 of their own in the bottom half to stun the Turks. What a game here from Strasburg, Virginia. Seems to be a little bit of chirping going on. Strasburg wins it on a walk-off base hit by Joe De Los Santos. Wow. What else can you say? Strasburg wins it tonight by a final score of 4-3 for the Express. They are now 15-6. Harrisonburg falls to 12-10. If you didn't get enough tonight, guess what? We'll be back here 7 o'clock sharp tomorrow night for more baseball here from First Bank Park. Sorry, 6 o'clock, as the Express will host the Woodstock River Bandits. Again tonight, Strasburg with 3 runs in the bottom of the 11th inning to stun the Turks, 4-3. And Strasburg wins for the second time here in 2023 against the Harrisonburg Turks. Fireworks go off in the background. It was sure a storybook ending here tonight for the Express. Again, Strasburg wins it tonight on a walk-off base hit in the bottom of the 11th inning. Strasburg ups their mark to 15-6, and Harrisonburg falls to 12-10. We'll talk to you again tomorrow night from Strasburg. The Express will take on the Woodstock River Bandits at 6 o'clock. Have a great rest of your evening. Talk to you again tomorrow night. This is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2023 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League.